until like 1:30 in the morning. Sure that I'm not enjoying as much.
Realized that there were so many cosmetics you like.
Once you get into the book, it's really good. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Vivian, and in today's video, as you guys can see from the title below, I will be reading Kindle Unlimited books for a week. I am so freaking excited, you guys. I don't even know why I'm so excited, but I've been feeling picking up my Kindle and just reading on my Kindle and not taking up a physical book, and I don't know why. And so I thought about doing this reading vlog. I have been an advocate of finishing my physical TBR, which is why I haven't picked up any Kindle books for a very long time now. But I realized that a lot of the books that are on my March TBR, that are on my physical TBR, are actually on my Kindle. So I thought, why not kill two birds with one stone and just read on my Kindle and read Kindle Unlimited books for a week. I do have a lot of Kindle Unlimited books that I really want to pick up, and also I am traveling to go to Singapore, so I feel like it will be a great idea to just read on my Kindle and not bring any book traveling. That will be perfect. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys all of the books that I'm gonna be reading on my Kindle. This is the current lineup, but I'm not really too sure. It might change. I might not pick up every single book because 6 books is a lot in one reading vlog. So the first book that I have on top here is Collide by Bella Cabra. It's a hockey romance. I don't know much about it. I have had this for a very long time. I started it. It's on 6% right now. As you guys can see, I read a little bit of it, but I didn't continue on. And so this is one of my top contenders to picking this book up. Second one is We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faisal. I did start this. As you guys can see, it's at 2%. I started reading this like last year, so I don't remember much about the book, but I stopped reading it, and then now it's on my March TBR. I do have the physical book, and so I thought I would put the book on the lineup. It's the first book of a fantasy duology, and I think it's set in an Arabian world, and it's enemies to lovers, and I feel like I'm gonna enjoy it. I've heard really great things about this duology. So then we have The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. I don't actually enjoy any of Elle Kennedy's books, and so this one I might not pick up, but I have that just in case. It's another hockey romance. And then we have Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez that I am going to 100% pick up. It's on my March TBR too. I have it on my physical TBR, and I was very shocked to see this on KU. I didn't realize it was on KU. I was so freaking excited to see it. I really want to pick this up, so that is one book I'm for sure gonna read. Next to it is Unexpected by EJ Blaze. I don't know what this book is about. I heard Heather talk about this, Heather McLary on YouTube. And then the last one on here is When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. I've heard great things about this one. This is a fantasy romance, and if you guys can also see, I did start it. It's on 9%. I have been having a great time reading this, but I'm not gonna be picking this book up first. I think I'm gonna pick up Yours Truly first because that's the book that I really want to read right now. But yeah, When the Moon Hatched is a romantasy, and from what I read, basically it's about these dragons who became moons, and the FMC, I don't really know who she is and what she's doing, but she wants to get her dragons back. And that's the whole premise of it. It's enemies to lovers as well. I read it like 2 weeks ago, and I don't actually remember much about the world building, so I might reread the first few pages that I read. But yeah, that is my current lineup. We have a lot more books down here that I might not pick up, so I'm not going to talk about them. Why didn't I think about this video idea for a very long time? I have no idea, but I'm so excited to be picking those books up. I just feel like I haven't been using my Kindle a lot, and so I really want to make use of it. I'm going traveling. I also really want to read my Kindle. I am going to pick up Yours Truly first, I think, but I'm gonna let you guys know and update you guys later on tonight. I'm gonna go and finish up the book that I'm reading right now because I'm in the middle of another reading vlog right now. So I'm gonna go and finish that, and then I'll come back to you guys and let y'all know which book I end up picking. Hi guys, it is the next morning. I wanted to give you guys a quick update on my reading situation because I didn't update you guys yesterday night. I ended up having to work a lot yesterday. I needed to get a few things done because, once again, like I've said, I'm leaving tomorrow, and so there are some work things that I had to quickly get done. And right now I am going to be going out. I have to run some errands, but I do want to give you guys an update on my reading progress. I basically ended up picking up Collide instead of Yours Truly. I think I said I was gonna pick up Yours Truly, but I ended up picking up Collide, and I read a lot yesterday. I read up until like 1:30 in the morning. I read up until like, I think it was 35% or so. I figured I would pick Collide Up because that's the only one that I'm in the middle of. I am in the middle of When the Moon Hatched, but I'm not feeling too fantasy right now, so that's why I picked up Collide. Obviously, it's a sports romance, it's really easy to read, so I do feel like the reading experience is really, really nice and it's really easy, but I do feel like the relationship between the two characters are moving on really quickly, and I also didn't really quite understand where the attraction between the two characters came from. It felt very physical in the beginning, so the pacing in this plot is a little bit weird. There are some things that are not explained enough, I feel, and just skipped through. I do feel like the reading experience is not as smooth, but it's still really easy to read. It's still a really fun sports romance, and I do think that the banter between the two characters are really fun, so at least I'm enjoying their romance together, which is like the main point of the story, obviously. Yeah, I'm gonna continue reading this today. I'm gonna be reading this throughout my ride, going to run some errands and stuff. Thankfully, it's not gonna be raining today. I feel like I can finish this today. It's a super easy read. According to my Kindle, I have 2 hours and 38 minutes left in the book. So right now I'm at 41%. I read a little bit this morning. I forgot just how much I love reading on my Kindle, so I'm having such a good time, and I'm so excited to go to Singapore tomorrow. And by the time you guys watch this reading vlog, I will already be done with my Taylor Swift concert. Enough of my Taylor Swift rant. I'm just gonna go now because I do need to leave for my errands, and I will see you guys for another update, hopefully tonight. I wanted to change up my scenery, but I realized this is not a great place to seat you guys. I just got back from running my errands, so I'm here to give a little update. Please ignore this. If you guys know what this is, just please ignore it. I read a lot today because I was in the car for most of the time because where I was going was really far away, so I spent a lot of time in the car and I read a lot. I am so happy about it. I am now at 75% of Collide, so I'm very, very confident I can get this done today. I just feel like the story flows really well, and I don't see too much problems with the romance between two characters, but I don't love the FMC. I feel like there is something with her character that I'm not enjoying as much, most likely because she tends to go back and forth with the way she feels about the MMC, and also with the writing. I think there are some parts of the book that is very tell but no show, and so I would love to have a little bit of description when it comes to those things, but I do understand in a sense because I feel like the author is trying to make it as concise and not as long as possible. Like, this is a very short romance book and that's what it's supposed to be. I can understand that part, but the FMC being whiplash with her feelings about the MMC is a little bit irritating because it's very obvious they like each other. I know it's something to do with her and her relationship with her dad because it's not really that good, but I still don't feel like it is good for her to be treating the MMC that way, and so I personally do not like her as a character, but I do like the both of them together. Does that make any sense? I do like that MMC though. I really like that MMC. I think he's very sweet, very loving, not the playboy type of MMC that you read a lot in hockey romance books, so I do enjoy him. Writing is also really easy to read, once again, just fast paced. So I'm having fun. I'm gonna quickly finish this off and then I will get back with you guys. Sorry about this. Lighting is not the best. I'm currently on my bed and the sky is currently getting dark and gloomy. So I just want to give a quick little update. I'm officially done with Collide, acknowledgements page. I'm at 100% if you guys can see that. But yeah, I am done with this book. I am so happy that I'm done with the book. I haven't read a book this quickly in a while, and so I'm just very happy about that. I had a lot of fun reading this book, and whatever I mentioned before this clip all stayed the same, and I really like that this book didn't have a third act conflict. And even though I would say that there are some clunky writing and the pacing of the book is a little bit off, I overall really did enjoy the book, and this is Bal Cabra's debut novel, so I can totally understand where the clunky writing comes from. I think I will probably rate this either a 3.25 or a 3.5, because even though I do admit that I had fun with this book, there are some parts of the book where I felt like things were not written as well, and so I decided to just give this like a 3.25, 3.5 star rating. But it's still a good rating. Anything that's like 3 stars is a book that I enjoyed, but I probably would not think about in the future. We're gonna pick up another book after this, and I would love to pick up Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I don't know, but I'm in the sports romance kick right now. I'm gonna pick up either Unexpected or Yours Truly, and then I think I'm gonna be reading When the Moon Hatched alongside. But yeah, I'm gonna pick either one of those, and then I will let y'all know which one I end up picking.
Such an awkward angle, and also I'm talking really softly because I am not in my room. As you guys can see, there's an iron behind me. Apologize for that. I'm in Singapore. As I've mentioned in a few of my videos, I'm going to Taylor Swift's concert in Singapore. So I'm in Singapore right now. I'm at my cousin's place. They're currently sleeping. The walls are really thin, so I'm gonna talk really softly. I'm sorry if there's like lots of background noise because I'm probably gonna rank up the volume of this so you guys can hear me. I want to talk about yours truly because I officially finished reading this book. I'm at the acknowledgements page of this, and also I changed the back of my Kindle case to the little, what's this called? I don't know what it's called. I'm gonna try to link it down in the description box. I finished reading Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. My plane got delayed today, so I had a lot of time. I read throughout the whole day. I read while I was waiting for my plane. When my plane got delayed, on the plane, I finished Yours Truly in one day. It was like 5 hours of reading, and it was so freaking good. I had so much fun with this book. Obviously, I love Abby Jimenez writing. Banter between the characters, amazing. I freaking love the male main character. Their chemistry is off the charts. I love the romance. I'm trying to think of like the faults of this book. I can't think of anything. I cried on the plane while I was reading this. The last few chapters were really, really painful, and I cried. I teared up. I was so freaking embarrassed because there were people like next to me obviously, and I was so embarrassed because I was tearing up and I was crying reading a book. That shows how emotional I got reading this book, and that shows how much it got out of me reading this book. The thing is, I don't think I would rate this like a 5 stars because it didn't hit me like Part of Your World did, and this is in the same universe as Part of Your World, so I feel like with Part of Your World I resonated with the FMC so much. And so with this one, although the MMC goes through like anxiety and the FMC goes through a lot of trauma from her past relationships with men, I feel like I cannot relate to any of them. Obviously, I understand completely that not all characters can relate to me, but with this one, I just didn't feel it like really hit me. And so I would rate this like a 4.5, but I wouldn't rate like a 5 stars, but it's still a really good book. Like I still really liked it, and I still really love the writing. I love the banter. The banter was amazing. I laughed a lot with a lot of the jokes in here. I love seeing their conversations. There were a lot of letters in here, and I love seeing the letters. It was so good. I'm currently in Singapore, and I'm gonna pick up another book. I really wanted to pick up When the Moon Hatched, but I am gonna be very much occupied for the next few days. I'm watching Taylor Swift the day after tomorrow. I just don't feel like reading a fantasy. Maybe Unexpected by E.J. Blaze, which is this one here. I might pick that one up. I am not really too sure. I don't even know when I can update you guys again. It's gonna be very busy for the next few days. Hopefully when I have time to update you guys, I will let y'all know, but it might be when I come back from the concert, and I don't really know if I'm gonna read a lot in those 3 days anyway, so I will try my best to give updates as I go, but if not, I will see you guys in 3 days. And also I'm filming my phone because I didn't bring my camera, but yeah, that was a really good book. It was really easy to read, flowed really well, loved the banter, loved the writing, loved the portray of an anxiety character. I'm gonna go now. I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow, but if not, in 3 days. See me. I mean, obviously you guys can see me, as in I'm not really sure if you guys can see me clearly. Is the camera blurry? I'm really tired. My throat hurts. I just went to the Taylor Swift concert. I think I inserted some clips before this clip of me watching the concert. It was phenomenal. It was beyond my expectations. I cried in that concert. I didn't film a lot because I was in the headspace of the concert. I didn't want to take out my phone too much. But yeah, I wanted to give like a book update because this is not a Taylor Swift concert vlog. I want to give a book update because I started reading Forget Me Not by Julie Soto. I started reading that because my friend told me to read it because she said it was a really good book. At that time I was reading Yours Truly, so I didn't really want to pick it up. And then we met while we were in Singapore, and then she told me to pick it up because she was done with the book and she really liked it. So I decided to pick it up, seeing that it's on Kindle Unlimited, and also I did buy the physical copy not knowing it was on KU, but I'm so glad I bought the physical copy because I had such a good time reading Forgive Me Not, such a good time reading this book that I am so excited to actually grab the physical copy and to annotate the book. I rarely annotate on my Kindle. I don't know why, but I just don't highlight very often. But this book, I had so many highlights. I don't know if you guys can see that. I went to like 20%, 20 to 30%. I realized that there were so many quotes I really liked that I went back to 0% and reread the book to highlight all of the quotes that I saw. So this book is actually about a wedding planner and a florist, and they used to date and they broke off on wrong terms. So now they're exes, and one day she is forced to work with him to do a very high profile wedding because one of them is an influencer, and so they decide to partner up for this wedding and they end up working together once again, and it's basically a second chance romance. So endearing to read about, really wholesome. I really liked how they got through the relationship. I also really liked the storytelling portion because basically with this book you have past and present, as a lot of second chance romance books have, but the past is only in the guy's perspective and the present is only in the girl's perspective. So I just really liked seeing that, and then by the end of it the worlds will collide and you'll see the past and the present in each other's perspective, and it's just so lovely to see what happened and to see why the relationship went bad. I thought it was a really good book. I loved the plot. I loved the plot from the beginning to the end. I thought the climax was great. I thought the pacing was amazing. Spice was beautiful, and the MMC is amazing. Like book boyfriend material. He is gonna be a top book boyfriend. He's grumpy but like in a silent way, and his love is very silent but very, very wholesome. Just amazing guy. I don't even know why she broke up with him, but it was such a good book and I just really liked what happened at the end. I didn't really like the FMC in the beginning, but I really like what happened at the end because of the situation they were in, and I just felt like the conflict that they had was very understandable, and there's not really any weird third act conflict, and I just really wanted them to get together. The tension was, oh my gosh, this was so good. And I really liked learning about the flowers because the guy is a florist, and I really liked reading all about that. So I am in love with this book. I truly am. I am gonna hold off my reading because I don't actually know what I'm gonna read this, and I also did finish this morning, by the way, and I don't know what I'm gonna read it, but this can potentially be a 5-star read. I can't stop thinking about the book. I like want to reread it. I'm rereading my highlights. Like I'm having two-part withdrawals right now. I'm having Taylor Swift withdrawals and I'm having this book withdrawals. So good. Please go and check out Forgive Me Not by Julie Soto. It's so good. Anyway, I'm tired. I am exhausted. It's almost 2 in the morning. I am gonna go to bed. I just finished looking through all of my Taylor Swift videos and posting them on Instagram. I am so sad. I'm gonna go now. And as for what book I'm gonna pick up next with this reading vlog, I don't know yet. I might pick up a fantasy. It's either gonna be When the Moon Hatched or We Hunt the Flame, but I don't know which one yet. Obviously the best option will be When the Moon Hatched because I'm 10% in, but I kind of want to read We Hunt the Flame more because it's a completed duology, so I do have a second book, and also I've been putting this off for a while, so I might do We Hunt the Flame actually. I'm gonna update you guys once I'm back home. I'm flying back tomorrow, so I hope to have read a little bit more of We Hunt the Flame. I am excited and I'm gonna go to bed. I will see you guys tomorrow.
Been a while since you guys saw this background, at least in this reading vlog. It's been a while because I am finally back from Singapore. I just flew back yesterday night, and so today I am actually extremely exhausted because I felt like I haven't gotten really good sleep for the past 3 days when I was in Singapore. It's currently 10:30 p.m. and I am super sleepy. I'm about to go to bed soon because I do want to rest, and obviously because of the concert and stuff, I think have a little sore throat because of the screaming. I'm not really too surprised, but I wanted to give a quick little like reading update before I go to sleep. I didn't actually read anything today because I had to do a lot of work things, but I'm still on We Hunt the Flame. I am now actually at 26%, which at least to me is a pretty good amount because I have put this book off for such a long time. On the Kindle, it is page 114, but I'm gonna go on my paperback and see what page it is on the physical copy. This is my physical copy. It's really, really yellowed up because I've had this for such a long time, but let's see. I'm at chapter 13. So that is page, oh, actually, I think it's the same page. I do love reading on my Kindle, but sometimes I just do want to read on paper because even though this is a really, really nice screen, it doesn't hurt my eyes, sometimes it makes my eyes dry. So yeah, I'm gonna go back and forth, but it's still a KU book. It's still a KU book. So anyway, I'm gonna continue reading. I am finishing up a few video edits because I have to do work beforehand, but I'm gonna finish up my video edits. I am going to finish up work and then I will continue reading on my Kindle. I do want to end this reading vlog because it's been a week, but I do want to finish the book. So I think I'm gonna end it when I'm done with We Hunt the Flame, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. I know I haven't given any updates. I also thought that I was going to read a lot today, but I ended up having to run a lot of errands. I had to get my phone fixed, and then I had lots of work to do because I was gone for almost a week. But it's currently 11 p.m. and I have barely read. On my Kindle, I am now at 40% chapter 29, and I decided that I'm gonna read on my book the entire night. And so on the book, I'm at page 186. What I'm planning on doing is that I want to read until I'm halfway through the book and then go to sleep. I think I should be able to stay awake today because I slept for 11 hours. I drank 2 cups of coffee because I was just so tired, but now I don't feel that tired, and so I think I'll be able to stay up and read a little bit more. And I am in the midst of such an exciting plot right now. So something crazy just happened, which I did film a little bit of my reaction because I wasn't filming myself when I was reading this, and then I turned it on when it happened, so I was kind of mind blown by whatever happened. And then we are finally getting into the part where the main characters are finally meeting. And if you guys do not know, this book is really, really enemies to lovers. There are very many dangerous things happening to both main characters, and I am just so freaking excited now that we're here because it is finally the time where they both meet. And I love a good slow burn romance. I have been waiting for this moment, so I am really excited to continue. I just have so much things to do, so I am going to continue reading this. I am officially done with work, so I'm gonna have fun with this. And I also have decided to just stop this video once I'm done with this book, so I'm gonna quickly finish this. Hopefully I'll get it done tomorrow. I also really like some of the things that are being explored in this book. Primarily the feminism in this book I think is really strong, so I really like that. And obviously the things that the main characters go through is really exciting. It was a little bit slow in the beginning, and I felt like the world building was just a lot of info dumping, but once you get into the book, it's really, really good. Like, the writing is actually really good. I'm very impressed. I don't even know why I put this off because I'm now having fun with the book. So yeah, I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow, hopefully with a very good update. I have officially finished reading We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faizal. This is the book that is on the Kindle. It says 89% read because I did read the rest of the book on my paperback, but it's really big and really thick, so I do find it really easy to read on the Kindle. And also felt like with reading on the Kindle, it made the reading experience so much better. So I did enjoy reading it on my Kindle instead of the paperback. Sometimes when I just want to read on paper, I picked up a paperback, and so the last few pages I did read on here, and I am so happy to let you guys know that I did enjoy this book. I am so mad at myself for putting this off for a very long time. I don't know what it was with me, but the first time I picked it up, I just didn't feel really connected with the storyline, with the world building, and with the characters. But this time around, I felt like I read this book at a right time, and I felt like I was very immersed into the world, and I'm so happy of my good experience with this book because I've heard great things about people who've read this fantasy series. I want to join in the club of that happiness of reading We Hunt the Flame, so I did have fun with this duology. With this book, you follow a very strong enemies to lovers plot. The enemies is really enemies, and you see lots of tension, lots of slow burn of them really getting together and figuring out their feelings for each other and not really wanting to look into those feelings because they have to kill each other. It's so freaking fun. Obviously with this book, you don't get a lot of romance. You get more fantasy world, you get lots of world building, you get lots of characters you're getting introduced to. And so the romance is not the main point of this book, but I still really liked the little snippets you get of this book. Overall, the fantasy world in this is amazing. I am probably gonna rate this like a 4.25 or 4 stars, mainly because I felt like with this book there are just so much information, so much world building that you don't really get to see the romance. And obviously I do love romance in books, and so with this one I just felt like there were not much of the romance and more of the individual growing as characters and figuring out their way in this journey. Because it is the first book, I felt like the magic system isn't really explained well enough, and I feel like there's so much more to this world that has yet to be explored, and I feel like with the second book you will get to see a lot of that. And yeah, that is my review on We Hunt the Flame. I did enjoy this book, and since it's been a week since I started this reading vlog, I thought I would end it here. And I did end up reading 4 books in this reading vlog, which is honestly crazy because I normally only read 3 books in a vlog. I did go overseas and I didn't think that I was gonna read a lot, but I did, and that's all thanks to my Kindle, because it's so easy to just bring this little thing and you get to read so many books in this little device. And so I did read 4 books. I read We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faizal, Forget Me Not by Joey Soto, Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, and Collide by Bella Cabra. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing all of my thoughts about these books. And obviously I did film a lot on my phone because I was overseas half the time, but I hope those clips are okay. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!